Hey there, buddy, Paler here, and welcome back to Dark Souls. So, today's little episode, we're going to be picking up where we left off yesterday. Yesterday, we're working our way through the fortress out here in the Forest of the Giants. We got the key to the mansion, came around into this room here down below. We unlocked the Pharos Lock Stone. We got some rings out of there. And then we went around and went back to Majula and got our Estus flasks and so forth. Let me get that back in order. We got the key to the mansion, went back, got the Pharos Lockstone, then came through here, used the Pharos Lockstone down below to get the key ring. We went through Pate's little excursion and so forth, and we're back here. Today we should be killing the last giant. For those of you that are playing ahead, my directions are basically behind that little iron gull sentry there. You're going to see a path. That's going to loop you right back around to the bonfire there. That's the loop back around. And you're going to find an elevator that will take you down to a fog wall. That is your target for today. That is the boss. Right before that fog wall, you will find a summoning sign for Pate here. If you want to see Pate's story through to the end, you need to have first done this little area here and gotten the white soapstone from him. Then you need to summon him and have him survive through that boss fight. That's not all that difficult. He's pretty durable. He can get through that fight without too much of an issue, as long as you don't really screw up and let him just take all the damage. You do have to be in human form for that. Keep that in mind, though, or you won't see his summoning sign. As for everybody else, let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is, rather than approach him directly, you'll notice a bunch of barrels here, barrels above, and woo! Yeah! You'll notice guys throwing firebombs. We're going to take the loop around. We're going to come over here. Kill that guy. Thank you. And why am I not wearing... I'm so dumb. I haven't been wearing this the whole time. Put on my hat, my monocle. Increased item discovery, so you can find more weapons and items and stuff. And there's multiple reasons for this. One, it's good to find some of those rare weapons and items. Two, there will be a vendor later on that you can sell excess items to for souls. Not a ton, but you can sell like short swords for 500 souls or so, maybe 200 souls. You can sell broken sword hilts for like 100. So it can give you a few extra souls. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take care of these guys with our bow and arrow, because, well, we can. Whee! To the face! In the face! More face. Alright. Whee! Boom. 2. Why is that guy taking so much more damage? That was weird. That guy took 2 less shots, I think. At least 1 less shot. Alright. The reason we took them out from ranged is there's another guy right down there. This whole thing's set up to be a trap. Dark Souls setting up a trap, imagine that. What we want to do is we want to hop over there. Whoop. Grab this, so we'll name ourselves a torch, and now we can drop down and maybe even do a... Oh, nope. Ah! He moved on me. I was supposed to plunging attack you, punk. That's what you get. That's what you get, fool. And an item. You can see all these people, they came and looted this item, and then that guy probably walked up behind him and stabbed him in the back. Let's see what happened to this guy. Yeah. Well, he didn't get stabbed in the back. He knew it was there. And then he died. What about this guy? He knew. He was fighting too. Anyway. Okay, now that we're here, the only way out of here is through the window. If we look right here, there's not much below us, and right there is the Iron Sentry. If we drop down here, he is going to get us. What we want to do is we want to go out this window, and there's actually kind of a cart there. If we land on that cart, it'll ramp us down, and we should take much less fall damage, or none at all, which is quite nice. Okay, now to deal with this guy, we have 3 options. We can straight up fight him. He's a bit more difficult than most of the mobs you've fought so far, unless you engage the pursuer. So that's one option. The other option is these barrels will explode. We can use a firebomb. Yep, we have them equipped already. Draw him out into the middle of this stuff and then firebomb it, and that should mostly kill him, if not take him all out. The third option is we can aggro him, drag him back this way, sprint in here, and actually fire a ballista at him as he comes through this area, and most likely one-shot him. Let's go ahead and use the firebomb method. I find this fun. Come on. Maybe we're not going to use the fireball method, because... Here, this will work. Ah, no! Alright, we'll use the ballista method. Come here, buddy. Run around here and get on, hopefully, this one before he gets here. Woo, a little bit of lag there. That was bad. And now! Hey! Come back here. Here we go. I see you. Nice and slow, right? Nope. There we go. He's down. The fire bombs didn't work too well. Oh well. I am gonna pop a life gem now, and I'm gonna remove those fire bombs from there so I don't accidentally try and use one of them when I want to use a healing item. Oh, I think I forgot one other thing. Yeah, I did. Out here is a tree of giants. So, did we cover this? I think this is the first one we came across. I did pick up this item. I probably didn't talk about this at all. So this is a dead giant, which is now turning into a tree. And you'll recall one of the items that we could have picked for our starting item was a seed of the Tree of Giants. Well, I told you could acquire them in-game. What can happen is there's several of those throughout the zone. I want to say there's 4, maybe 3 or 4 of them. And they each have their own little zone of influence. And if you get invaded by a red phantom when you're in one of those zones, there's a chance, not a huge chance, but it seems to be about a 25% chance that a seed will grow on the tree in that zone. And you can then go and pick up that seed and everything. So that's how you can acquire some of those seeds. If you don't remember, the seed is used for... when you do get invaded by a red phantom, you can consume that seed, and any hostile mobs in the zone, which would normally be passive to the invading phantom, they will then be hostile to that invading phantom and fight that person. Can sometimes catch red phantoms off guard. Okay, this area right here, you can see quite a few red stains up there. There's 2 things that happen. One, fighting these guys on this sword can be a little hard, as if they try to circle you, and they get knocked off the edge, sometimes your auto-targeting system will kind of pull you towards the edge. The other thing is there's a trap. Imagine that. Another trap. So we're going to use our bow and arrow. We're going to pull this guy down here. And the trap is, there's another one on a ledge. There we go. They're nice and dead. So as we move our way up here, if we spin the camera around, you'll see there's a ledge right there. That guy's designed to wait for you to run up here to fight this guy, and then he comes up behind you and stabs you in the back. Halberd, Soul of a Nameless Soldier. Good stuff. We'll come back down here and go through the fog wall. I'm actually going to re-equip the fire bombs real quick. We have a crystal lizard right there. And this weapon's not very good at hitting enemies on the ground. Let me see what two-hand does. That might work, but let's try. 2 firebombs should take this guy out, as long as they both hit. There we go. Up. Yeah. Alright. Pick up a Titanite Shard. If you don't kill him, not the end of the world. Just go back up to the bonfire right here, which we're going to be at in a moment, and he will respawn. You no longer have to log out and log back in. In fact, that won't respawn them. You used to be able in Dark Souls 1, you could real quickly do a log out, log in, and they'd go back to their last location. That doesn't work anymore. You just go rest at the bonfire, and they come back. This is the elevator down to the boss. Of course, we're going to open the door and go for the shortcut here. I'm going to real quick, I think I missed an item. I think it's just a soul, but it's worth checking to see if I missed it. Where's your swing? Yeah, right there, I missed that. I think that's just a soul over here. This door is locked to us. Hey. Hey, wake up. Knock, knock. Yeah. So this door here is locked. We'll get the key for this in a bit. We can pick up this item. Lost soul of, undead. Okay, up to the bonfire. Do 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 do. And we're going to rest. I'm trying to think here. Do we want to go spend some of these souls? I don't think we will have any trouble with this boss. I never do. But it's worth maybe consuming these souls and doing some leveling up just to be safe. Because things can always go wrong and you can always end up dying. Yeah, so let's go back to Majula real quick. It's a quick teleport, and we'll do a little bit of leveling. Maybe start bringing up our atonement.
Bearer of the curse.
Yep.
Seek less.
I get it. You want me to seek souls. Thank you. Thank you for your insight. Alright, let's see here. We need to get 5 into adapt, 5 into int. Well, 3 into int. I think the first one's 8 for int. But we gotta get int up to about 16 for our first offensive miracle. I would like a little more HP. Let's see how many levels we can do. We can get that to 9. Nope. Let's do 10 there. 12 there. A little more health. Let's do 1 strength. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll work. That'll leave us with 480 souls. If we die, not a big problem. Back to the bonfire. I'm out of water. Alright, I just want to see... Okay, we have 5 human effigies, so that's good if we have 5 attempts, although it should not take us nearly that. So this attempt, I am going to do this with Pate helping us. Now, I will also do another run-through with another character where I will just completely solo him. No White Phantoms, no Pate at all. So if you're at this point and you don't have any human effigies, you can't stay in human form, and you have to pretty much solo this, you can't do co-op, I will do another playthrough on my other character and show you from that point of view. Oop, forgot about this guy. Watch out, this guy has a rapier, so he can chain stun you pretty easily. The summoning sign for Pate should be right here. Yes. This boss is pretty easy. Obviously, it's the first boss in the game that we're coming across. For the most part, you want to stay on his left foot and behind him. You gotta watch out for a few moves even when you're behind him, but he's pretty easy. In some cases, he's actually easier solo than he is with an NPC or a White Phantom. And here we go. Alright, so we have 3 target options. We can either go his upper body, his one foot, or his other foot. Again, we want to focus on his left foot. And he has several basic forms of attack. He's got that stomp there. He has a sweep of his arms left or right. And then he's got like a triple stomp. Yep, he caught us a little bit. I'm just going to use a life gem there. The triple stomp right there is what you really need to watch out for. Now, the reason we stay on his left foot, I believe he's unable to do the triple stomp off the left foot. So if you see him raise his left foot first, it's only ever going to be a single stomp, and then he's going to come back down. However, if you see him raise his right foot first, then it could be a triple. And that's a little bit dangerous, as he does his leap. You can see Pate's taking a bit of damage. Pate's going to take more damage. Actually, Pate might not survive this. Get away. Ah, that one hurt. And then just whoop. So it's hard to see here, but what he has done, is he ripped off his left arm, which was injured, and he's now using his own arm as a club. Damn it, Pate. Whoops. Now we want to... Alright, we want to use an Estus Flask. Our DPS is not high enough. He's almost down. That was bad. I'm getting greedy. Attacked too many times. We want to get underneath him. Use an Estus Flask. Get out from under him. Ah! Just die. Alright, that didn't go as well as I'd hoped. Didn't have the damage to keep Pate alive. I guess we're going to find out if we can finish his story or not. I thought we had to keep Pate alive. I could have just zoned out and quit, but yeah, that's unfortunate. It works a little bit better if you keep him towards the center of the room. You know, I didn't have enough room to really get behind him once he got over here on the side. That's part of the reason I took the hit I did. And Pate was just getting the crap beat out of him. The guy never seemed to want to target me. Alright, so here is that video of the solo of the Lost Giant I was promising you about. For reference, this is my Dex build character I'm working on right now. She is soul level 23. I'm not using anything all that amazing. I have the Hide Knight Sword as my main hand weapon, the Silver Eagle Kite Shield, just the Wander stuff, and the Traveling Merchant Hood. For the most part, you can see I got nobody summoned. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to enter in here. The strategy itself is pretty much the same. You just got to be a little more conservative on how you do. Since you don't have anybody else to absorb or take aggro if you need to heal, you can't run yourself out of stamina as much. We're going to let him come away from the wall there. Come on, away from the wall. Now close the distance and get under him. So for the most part, I'm going to do 2 hits, and then I'm going to back out. I'm going to do 1 hit there and back out. 1 hit and back out. Get my stamina back. And as long as we stay on this left foot... Oops, that one got a little closer than I wanted. As long as we stay on this left foot, he should never do the triple stomp. His left, that is. Come on. Let it go. Hit it. And it's really not that hard. You just gotta take your time and not let him get ahead of you. Since we are doing it solo, he has less health. It'll take less time to actually work through him. Dang it, I'm stuck between his knees. That sounds bad. That sounds real dirty. He got me a little bit. But oh, roll. Woohoo! And 1 more hit. Nope, 2 hits. Alright, we're just gonna switch to any old ankle and just get a last hit in. There we go. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. Stay on his left ankle, stay behind him, conserve your stamina so that when he does stomp, you can roll away as you don't have anybody else to pick up aggro. And he's real easy. So, back to the other video. Alright, so from there, we got a soul for him, right here. Soul of the Last Giant. There is some lore tied into this. I'm not going to go into any of that. If you're play through the game, or you can pause the screen and read the lore there. We're going to hold on to all of our boss souls. Every boss does drop a soul, with exception of 1. And those can be turned in for weapons, as before. not till about another hour, maybe 2 hours into the game. No, probably more like 3 hours before we're going to be able to see that actually happening. But that can be used. Now, the other item he dropped was a key that we can use to open up a bunch of these doors that were... What are you doing? Huh? Don't fall. A bunch of these doors that were locked. For example, this door right over here we now have the key for. We want to come through here. And up here is... Whoop, where did it go? Did I miss the turn? We want this chest. There's another little passage over here. I must have ran by it. Ring of Restoration. We are going to start using this right away. This ring will slowly regenerate your HP. Where was that path? Right there, behind the door. Up here, there is really nothing. There is this large double door that we can't open unless we have the Symbol of the King, which we won't have till almost the end of the game. Other than that, it's just this little courtyard with nothing in it. So we didn't skip anything here. I did forget to mention one thing. So down below, when we were headed to the giant boss, the last giant, there was the guy with the rapier. Behind him was a door. We don't have the key to that door. The key we picked up is not for that door. We don't get that key till much later in the game. We can also open this door now, too. So those are the two doors that are activated with that key. That key can also be used at the door up above, I believe, that we broke through with our mace. However, we don't need to because we busted it open with our mace. I'm going to take this lift back down here real quick, and I'm just going to leave a White Sign Soapstone. I want to do one co-op try in here. We'll see if we get summoned in relatively quick as we play through. Yeah, this guy. Hello. So this guy was on the other lift. Normally he just stays on there. He got off for some reason. Also drummer. So we're just going to come down here. And this door right here, this one we do not have the key for. And it's probably pretty good because you don't want to go fighting in there at this level anyway. And we will leave a White Sign Stone. Good. Alright. Now we're going to do something a little bit risky. We're going to rest at the bonfire, and then that second door we opened, we're going to go down into that area. Mainly for the souls. There's a few items out there. There is a Bastard Sword, which I believe we already have one of. I think we picked one up. Yeah, right there, Bastard Sword. This is a pretty good mid-game weapon until you can get like a Claymore working through. We don't have the strength to use this yet, but the Bastard Sword's fairly solid. However, if you didn't get one to drop, I'm going to show you where we can get one. Ooh, that was almost really bad. But I want to restore my Estus Flasks and my Mace damage. We got some time just to kill in this area. So as long as we stay in this general area, our summoning sign will remain there. However, if we teleported back to Majula, it would disappear. There we go, we're getting summoned already. Yay! Got summoned by Faithstir. Faithstir has a lot of HP. He's been bumping his stamina. It's also using the shield. Alright, we're going to go two-handed for the most part. We'll try it. This fight can be a lot more chaotic with... Now we're going to have me and Pate. So giving the giant 3 targets... He'll do a lot more jumping around and a lot more... He's just in general a lot... Get away! I'm going to wait for him to come out of that corner, hopefully. Let's get him out of that corner. And... Oh, come on. This is what the problem is. He's stuck in there. I can't get in there. And we're going to take that one to the face also. I'm playing really bad this morning. Now, something to note with co-op. Any of your renewable consumables, so the Estus Flask, any spell uses, or whatever, your weapon or your weapon durability, if you are successful in killing off the boss or... Oh no, really, Faith Master, you died? Well, we just failed. Had we succeeded, had we killed that guy off, or if we'd gotten to the time limit expiration for the summon, your weapon durability, your Estus Flash Shards, any magic uses that you've consumed, any of that stuff is returned to you back to 100%. Even if your weapon was already damaged before you went down there, or even if you'd used some of your Estus Flash before you've gone to help in the other world, that will all be restored. Upon returning, it's basically like you rested at a bonfire. You also have a chance to have some of your hollowing, some of your hollowing restored to you. So there's all that quite there. You can use it if you don't have humanities. Let's try that again. I'm gonna put this back down here. Where is it? Right there. Use. And back to the elevator. We need to get some armor for this guy. I just really thought about that. We're wearing some pretty light armor. Hard leather gauntlets. For a strength melee-focused character that's going to be augmented with faith, yeah. We'll probably end up using... I'll pick up probably the Elite Knight's chest piece. That should be enough to trigger the next purchase with the blacksmith. Or no, I'm sorry, not the blacksmith, but the armor vendor. And then from there, I think we'll get the Alvis set. So the Alvis set is kind of it's a middle armor. It's got better stats than, like, if you break your armor down into, so you got the light stuff, which is like your cloth armor. Then you have the leather and like the chainmail type armor, and then you have the plate armor. It has better stats than the leather or cloth armor, but it's lighter than the plate armor. It's kind of an in-between. It's a between medium and heavy armor type set. This area we're moving down into here now can be a little dangerous. These guys can really screw up your world if you're not on top of it. Luckily we have a bow. I've done this quite a few times, but if you're not comfortable with dodging everything, you might want to avoid this zone. This is where we're going to get the Claymore. I'm sorry, not the Claymore, the Bastard Sword. Alright, come here. This attack's dangerous, as it does that. And it's very hard to dodge. You can kind of just outrun him. He will only chase you for about 20 yards before he'll eventually drop it. We're gonna go for the kill. There we go. Yeah, we're being summoned. Okay. Oh, I missed an item back there. We will consume a humanity, or I'm sorry, a life gem. So we got a sorcerer here, Hawkeye. That should be good, though. That should mean he's at range. While two of them. Okay, I'm going to do my best to tank this guy up, and we'll let them stay at range and just shell the crap out of him with magic spells. So I'm going to try to stay in close to him, in front, and keep him focused on me. I'm not going to worry about doing a whole lot of damage here. And if I can do this, for the most part, bosses will target whoever's closest to them. He got away from me a little bit there, so I'm going to get in front of him again. Just try to keep his attention on me. He doesn't like Hawkeye here. We're wearing through him pretty fast. Come on, look at me, big boy. Am I even hitting him? Doesn't feel like my mace is making contact. He's down. And there we go. We get a few souls. You only get about a third, from what I can tell, of what it is you get when you kill him in your own playthrough. So we got 8,000. I think we got about 3,000 there. Something like 2,600, 2,700, something like that. And now you'll notice that we have full durability back on our mace. So we got all that back, we got their souls. We also got a token of fidelity. This item, we do want one of these right away, as we're going to use this to join a covenant in 1 or 2 episodes from now. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to clear through this area, and then we'll finish up this episode back at Majula. There you go, you're down. You can see a lot of bloodstains. This area is not easy. We're going to start off by range pulling that guy there. He might actually just stand there and shoot at us with a bow, and he is. That's fine. We don't want to shoot this iron juggernaut right here, whatever he's called. Really? Where you going, punk? Come on back. Oh, that hit me? I call BS. I call BS. Alright. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more of these big, heavy guys. So we're going to just go ahead and bring them, hopefully one at a time. This actually is going to, this guy will aggro that dude there, and we're going to end up fighting that second one that came. We're going to bring him back into this room, hopefully. Sometimes he'll kind of hang here, he won't come across, but we don't want to fight him on that bridge. Very easy to get knocked off and go for a ride. Running a little low on arrows, down to 25, so we'll want to pick up some arrows. Come on, come back here. That was bad! See how he can knock you? Come into the room with me. Use an Estus flask. There we go. Now we can fight him. Come on, swing at me. Where are you going? So, fighting these ironclads, that's what they're called. These are old or rusted ironclads or something like that. Later on, we will find newer ironclads. You gotta be careful, as they just all around have dangerous attacks. You know, normally with something like this, you would try and get behind them in order to avoid their big swings. Unfortunately, with these guys, if you get behind them, they just roll back onto that turtle shell shield they have on their back and will crush you from behind. Similar to the ogre, how the ogre tries to fall on his back on you, this guy will do these guys will do very much the exact same thing, and it can just be quite dangerous. In general, they do a single swing attack, which isn't all that bad, but they will occasionally do some chain attacks. Alright, we can come out here. Where is he? He's in here. Is he resetting? I can hear him. There he goes. He's resetting. Okay. They will occasionally do some chain attacks that you got to really watch out for. Come here. His AI screwed up. Get away. Wasn't too bad. Okay. We're not safe yet, though. This episode's going to run a few minutes long. Okay, in here, if we open this door up, there's going to just be 2 hollow guys. Hey! Come on, come out here. Now you're annoying me. There's the bastard sword. Oh, did I get the Titanite? Did I pick this up? No. So you might remember we were in the area where we got the key for the, what they call the mansion, but that other house. There was a great area where I could see something. Right here is the other side of that. So right over there is where all those bowmen were, where the cartographer was. We're now on the other side of that. Alright, we're going to come back here. There's one more big ironclad right there. Come here, big boy. Swing and hit and roll. And hit and roll and hit. Okay, now there's two on the roof above us. If you go up, if we open this door here, you're going to see there's a ladder outside here. If you climb up this ladder, you're going to end up aggroing both of them. However, if you go up this ladder, you can only aggro one. However, you got to be cautious where you fight. You have to stay towards this side of the platform. If you look over there is the other one. If we stay on this side, the other guy won't aggro. We're out of stamina, so we're going to let it recover. Let him do his swing and finish him off. Now, you can see that guy's still there. However, if we'd ended up fighting over this way, we would have aggroed him. Let's, uh-oh. Whew, that one was close. You can see that attack. That one I really... Oh. Alright. Down he goes. Pick up old ironclad leggings, and the last item we are looking at right here. Sylvanane the Soldier, cracked red eye orb. And that's the last of the enemies here. There's still a little bit of loot we want to pick up. Hop down here, and we're going to come through this zone. And up these steps, there's a chest. Whack it for good measure. Don't break it. Open it up, and... large silver proud knight and the hunter's armor. So that is heavy leather armor, or heavy is the wrong term. It's leather armor with pretty good stats on it. It's a good medium weight set. And here is another tree of the giants, so another place that a seed could spawn. There's no items in here. And right in here is a bonfire. Now be careful with this bonfire. You can light this bonfire. You can come back here to farm these guys if you want to. The thing you got to be careful of is if you get to this point here, you're going to aggro both this ironclad and the other ironclad that was over here. So you end up fighting two ironclads in this little area at the same time, plus normally a hollow archer, and it can be a real nightmare. I actually find it easier to come into this zone from the other bonfire than it is from this bonfire right here. With that, we're going to go ahead and we will go back to Majula. And we're going to call it an episode. So next episode, we're going to be moving out into a new zone. We are not done with the Forest of Giants. We still have to go back and kill that optional boss, the one that can appear on that platform. But we're going to go and do something else first, get a few more soul levels and everything, and be a little more ready before we do that. But till then, this has been Paler. Thanks for watching.